The word smart is used a lot. It means many things to many people and can often mean nothing to lots of people as well. If you're a city facing up to the challenges of the future, trying to decide what you want to be, but living with today, and today is very different if you're in Addis Ababa than if you're in Los Angeles. But starting from where you are today, the challenge is how do you begin to create a focus on what you want to achieve and turn that into a set of plans and aspirations for what you can do better. And being smart sometimes means just being able to take a step back. Sometimes it means taking a longer term view. After all, one of the challenges cities have is politicians are often only elected for short periods of time. Taking a long-term view and saying, this is the kind of world we want to be living in, this is what we're going to be good at, and then saying, okay, now let's tune what we need to build to do that as efficiently as possible. And we can help in identifying the priorities. How can you best start here? Prioritize this, make better use of that money, achieve this growth, and then do that, with a view to saying the technologies available can help you achieve those priorities. But unless you know those priorities, the technologies are just technologies. So those selections of priorities and working with companies like Hatch in saying, let's plan how to deploy them to meet your objectives in stages and as efficiently as possible, really helps cities say, okay, we can meet the long term and we can get from where we are today towards that. Now, some of those programs can be very small. Small steps can have a big impact and help communities gain confidence in that. Many communities have lost confidence in their infrastructure because of overspending, poor performance, not on time. My water doesn't arrive when it's supposed to be, or it's not as clean as it should be. Those are fundamental failures. So if we can make impacts on those things by careful planning, delivery of good performing infrastructure at a lower capital cost, at a higher performance, using technologies well, then it helps communities build the confidence to do more. In many cases, there are almost greenfield opportunities, particularly in Africa, South America, some parts of Asia, where there's an immense field ahead of new development. And that's a different kind of proposition again. So in those cases, being smart means saying, we're really going to take a long-term view and say, this is the nature of what we want to build. This is how we're going to connect it with elsewhere, roads, transportation systems, industry, resources, energy, and so on. It all needs to be integrated. But the same thing comes to bear. Where are our priorities? Where do we start building? And how do we design it in a way that's smart? So smart means thinking ahead. Smart means using technologies carefully to meet those objectives. Smart means integrating the choices with the designs that we can bring to bear. And it means delivering it well. So the smart city is the city that achieves its objectives using a good use of technology. It doesn't have to be necessarily the sexiest of all new technologies, but it uses technology well to achieve those objectives cost efficiently.